Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show. Entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill Buwit, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about why the truth works. But before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members. On the landinvestors.com online community, it's free. And as you're listening to us, please drop your questions into the comments section below.
Ted asks, I'm a recently licensed agent, and I was wondering if there were other licensees here and what kind of disclosures you add to your offer letters. Thanks, Ted. First, I would like to interject by saying,
Jill's saving me.
We are not licensed realtors, nor do I care to be a licensed realtor. And this, Ted, is one of the reasons why. I don't have to do any extra work. I don't have to input anything extra. And I don't need to be a licensed realtor. Now, having said that, do I totally agree with going through the training and learning all about that and getting all that knowledge and experience and information? Heck yeah. We both sat through and did those classes start to finish. All the way up to pushing the button and getting a license. Did not do that because it's great. And you really want to know what goes on, in that environment, what realtors are taught and told and that, because you will come across them, and then also it's a wealth of information. The other thing is, though, remember, you're an investor. Everyone coming into this.
No, he's not. He's a real estate agent.
Well,
right now.
That's true.
Trying to be an investor instead of the other way around.
Exactly. We're investors.
The name of this show is Why the Truth Works. So here's the truth. You made a mistake. So you're either going to go get commissions from and get in the way of other people's real estate deals, and in the process probably make an ass out of yourself before you really truly realize that the people who make any real estate money in real estate don't have a license and don't want a license like us.
True.
We just sold a house to a woman who said, I think the way you guys have this thing structured is maybe the greatest thing ever. You put it on the MLS. I don't have to pay a real estate agent. In fact, I have a real estate agent who's helping me find a house, and I found out you're not going to pay real estate fees. God bless you. Mm-hmm. You just saved me $15,000, and she told her real estate agent to take a hike. I wish this would happen more often.
It's true.
Disclosures are the last thing you have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
You, as a licensed real estate agent, are subject to hundreds of percentage points more of liability than any of us in this group.
Right.
Or any real estate investors, for that matter.
It's true.
You think Sam Zell's a licensed real estate agent?
Yeah. I'm getting confused now, too. The investor, agent, two different things.
So
we are investors.
The name of this show is Why the Truth Works. There's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
A lot of people make that mistake. Don't feel bad about it, but just be prepared to undo it. Why would you be a real estate agent and buy and sell real estate for yourself or on behalf of a small group that you all a partnership, let's say? Why would you do that? What would be the only reason that you would do it?
I have none. Do you have any?
Well, it used to be, I need access to the MLS. Oh. But the real estate agencies, the National Association of Realtors has made it ridiculously easy to access the MLS on Realtor.com for free. So why would you be a real estate agent? I'm really asking the whole world. Why would you be a real estate agent? What's the advantage? Because you want to get in the way of an actual seller and an actual buyer. You think you're providing a service because that's just your mom told you, probably, because she was a real estate agent.
Okay. I'm just, this is me standing back and letting you go.
No, I think that pause was intentional. Think about that for a second. Why would you ever be a real estate agent? To get commissions, to sponge off of other people's real estate deals and get commissions and make your broker rich. You're a real estate agent. You're just going to pay half of that stuff to your broker anyway. When you start out to get your real estate license, you're about $5,000 to $7,000 away from earning your first commission, which is usually about $3,000. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just send a bunch of mail out, buy a piece of real estate? Let's say it's a house if you like houses. Mark it up $25,000 and resell it. Here's why. Because you don't know what you're doing. You're a real estate agent, and you haven't actually sought out any real group to be involved in, like the group that we're in. And it's just, you don't get it. You probably don't want to learn Excel. You don't like data. You just want to sponge off of other people's success.
That's a slow way. You'll never get ahead.
Why does the truth work that I'm saying? Well, I'm telling the truth right now.
Okay.
It's probably hard for people to... This is the show, you know? It's probably hard for people to... What an ass that guy is. God. Who does he think he is to talk like that?
It's the show today.
Here's who I think I am.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I'm Stephen Jack Butella. I've done 15,000, almost 16,000 real estate deals. This year, Jill and I will clear in excess of $2 million buying and selling real estate, equity created, without ever having to go see the properties, with very few exceptions. Houses and land. We have this group called Land Academy, soon to add House Academy to it. We have the show, which is show number, what? This is 826.
Yeah.
I'm extremely qualified to say these things. With very, very few exceptions, I have ever met a real estate agent who's helped. And if you have a couple of beers, get 2 beers into most real estate agents, and you ask them questions like this, they'll say, yeah, we're all trying to pit each other. We're all against each other in the office. We're all trying to find a seller and a buyer in the same market and get away with something. We're not really adding any real value. I've met one real estate agent in my life who was fantastic. Her name's Anita Best in Paradise Valley, Arizona. And she added more value to the transaction than I ever could have imagined, and it wasn't in the form of price. So, disclosures. Jill just let me go.
I am.
Jill said this sentence to herself probably 10 minutes ago. Just let him embarrass himself. He's no real reflection of me, even though we're together. It's not a reflection of how I think or the views shared
on the show
are not necessarily the views of Jill DeWitt.
Of myself. Yep, that's exactly what I said.
Today's topic: why the truth works.
Wow.
This is the meat of the show.
Wow.
Now I'm going to tell you what I really think.
Oh, no. In case you didn't know, Stephen doesn't know what a filter button is.
Not on this show. The title,
No,
I mean...
I'm just kidding.
Carla, the producer of the show, could not have placed that question more appropriately.
Man.
I mean, she just knows it. Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, I don't think she knew it was going to go to that.
Why does the truth work? What I just said, why does it work? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you clicked your iPad.
Maybe they're off.
Your iPhone off. I don't know.
I thought about this for a few minutes before the show. Like 2. Just kidding. But I really did. I did think about this, and I thought I started to write some notes. I wrote 3 notes. One was, who doesn't want the truth? And then I took a step back and I went, you know what? I know there's people that don't want the truth.
I can't wait to hear this. Seriously, this is good.
That was my thing. Who doesn't want the truth? Not everyone wants the truth. There are some people that think they look really good in those pants, and they don't. And they don't want the truth.
What do they want to be told?
That it's great. Sometimes they won't even ask. They are so proud of their haircut. They're not going to say, what do you think of my haircut? They're just going to walk around with their head held high, thinking and
so they're pretending.
And it's not even that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. They have their own confidence. They don't really care. They don't care. They don't necessarily want the truth. Don't mess with my world. Mm-hmm. I'm happy the way I am. So there are some people that really don't want the truth. I believe that.
There's no way you can really truly be successful if you're lying to yourself like that.
I don't disagree.
Let me put it this way.
I don't disagree with that, but they don't care about that.
They're not holding themselves to a real standard.
They don't care.
Or their standard is so low.
They don't care.
In the universe of how you look in jeans, there's people who look fantastic. There's people who look like movie stars.
Steven, that's not what they care about.
I know.
They don't care one way or the other.
Scale.
They don't care one way or the other. Seriously.
Then why do you even think about it? I'm not trying to be difficult. I really want to get to
because the topic is why the truth works, right? And for some people, it doesn't matter at all. I wanted to get that out of the way.
Okay.
They don't care.
All right. Okay, points.
I have 3 points here.
Oh, okay.
That's one of 3.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I understand now.
Thank you. Then...
Because I will fight some of this, not with you, but I will fight...
No, I believe...
Because I've been on both sides of this fence.
I know.
I'll fight some of this to the death.
So here was my second point. My second thing I wrote down is I went, you know what? Our folks, our community, our friends, our members, our listeners, our viewers get it. If you don't, just like the question that Stephen answered at the beginning of the show, you wouldn't be here if you didn't want to hear how Stephen really felt about it and the truth. And that, I think, is cool. And it works for all of us. And then my final point is, it's who we are.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Good, bad, or otherwise, we don't know how not to tell the truth. Sometimes it's bad.
True. That's
again, like the beginning of this show.
That's for real.
Don't know how not to tell the truth. But gosh, everybody knows where they stand. And everybody knows... if you set out... Why the truth works for me is if you set out telling the truth, good and bad, everyone knows where they stand. Everyone knows... that we're sincere and genuine. Everyone knows that we're not, making stuff up. That's kind of the same thing. There's no questions. There's no phony. There's no fake. For us, that's why the truth works. It's who we are. Our people get it, and the right people are with us, and they're truthful back, and it's awesome. There's no one plays games.
You know what? You actually answered the question. Why does the truth work? It only works for some people.
It's true.
You're right. Jill, you answered it.
Thank you.
There's a lot of stuff that I could say, but I think there are people who want a sugar-coated version of reality.
There's a lot of people, think about people in your relationships, past relationships, that that you're not with them anymore because they didn't want the truth. They didn't like the truth.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm out. They don't want to be friends with you anymore. You're too honest, You might be calling them out. Maybe they're happily going along in their life and their relationships and you're calling them out going, why are you doing this? This isn't what you want. This is what you told me. And they don't want to hear the truth. And so instead of dealing with it, they cut you out.
Right.
That happens a lot for us.
Sounds like you have some personal experience with this.
I do. Don't you?
Yeah.
I'm sure you.
Yes, I do.
This is where you say, I had a whole marriage like that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're younger, you're still trying to find out who you are and find your way and what you're truly interested in and what you're, where you excel,
right.
What you're good at. And so it's harder then. You got to cut. If the person who asked Ted, who asked this question earlier, is 22 or something, okay, I get it. He became a real estate agent. I was a licensed real estate agent for commercial real estate in Detroit in the super early 90s, like 1991, 92. And so, because that's what I thought you were supposed to do. Yeah. I immediately tried to look at technology solutions to stop cold calling and stuff. So, you just constantly trying to seek the truth to get to the bottom of why stuff works and how it works so that you can do it more efficiently. So if you're lying to yourself about, how your rear end looks in a pair of jeans that you just bought, that's just a gateway to the myriad of problems that are going to go on.
It's true.
In fact, I would wonder why that's important to you anyway. If you're concerned about how you really look in a pair of jeans, this is not your show. This is not your career. This is not.
Makes me want to stand up.
Our group doesn't spend any time on that.
But we talk about the truth in a lot of other ways. It hurts sometimes too. That's I think one of the hardest things about the truth and why people shy away from the truth, they don't want to know the truth because they might be wrong and it hurts.
Or they can't do it.
And they can't take it. And they can't recover.
They can't recover because you can do it.
You can't.
The biggest single reason that stops people from, in their tracks, stops people from succeeding at what we all do very successfully in this group is Excel. It's not the concept of a mail merge. It's not that they don't understand. Everybody can understand this. Everybody can understand these few things. If you send a bunch of blind offers to people, some of them are going to sign it, and some of them are going to throw it away, and some of them are going to get mad. In very predictable numbers. If you can't understand that, go watch Sesame Street. That's as simple as it is. Now, to take that concept and actually put your name at the bottom of a piece of paper and send out 10,000 offers, I understand that because I didn't get that either. Now you start down the path of acquiring the skills, which we've made incredibly easy, mostly because of the other members in our group, not us, where you just go ask those guys because they just went through it and got over it, and they're doing it successfully. That's the problem. When you're looking at what they're really saying is the people who can't do this is, I'm not smart enough. And that's just not the case. I'm extremely confident you're smart enough. You're just lazy, or you failed at some stuff in the past that makes you think you can't learn it.
Right. That's beautiful. And it's true.
And I'm not trying to recruit you.
No, it's true.
If you get anything out of this, just really stare in the mirror and say, do I really want to live in this zip code? Is this really who I am, married to this person? Do I really, really need to go back to this job even another day? These are all conversations I've had in the mirror, and it's usually ended poorly for the person on the other end of the relationship. This is all about the truth. I'm milking this.
Wow.
I am admittedly milking this.
Have you been holding this all back?
You know what the truth is?
Tell me.
Since we're telling about the truth.
Yeah.
This is the kind of crap that I think about all the time.
Wow.
This is how I walk around, but I don't, I'm not. Wow. You don't want to hear that from me all the time.
No
one does.
To be truthful, I really don't. That's good. Stephen, please just stop telling the truth about what's in your head every moment.
Please stop. She's saying stop. When's it going to stop? When Jill's quiet like this, she just lets me bury myself.
And I'm out.
You answer the question. The truth works because it only works for some people. That's the real answer to the question.
It's true. The right people.
And it works for me. Because I'll tell you, it's not a one-way street either. I encourage Jill. Jill comes to me sometimes and says stuff like this. You keep repeating this saying, and you should stop it because it's now lost its meaning, and you kind of look like an idiot. Or
I thought you were telling me this. I'm
no,
like,
no, you come to me. I mean, in a very sweet, nice Joe way. And the reverse is true. So it's not like I'm sitting around saying I know it all or any of that. That's not the case. I need to be told the truth too. I need to be, that's why we are in relationships. So one person says you can't walk out of the house that you look like an idiot. Change your clothes. Or whatever, however that manifests itself. That's one of the reasons, so just the truth, you yourself inside don't know the truth. You need other people in your life or in a group like we have, our membership group, to have other people say, you might be a little bit off here. And then your responsibility is to be open to it. There's been probably, I don't know, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of members now. There's probably been about 5 members who can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle it. And they flip their lids. They're such narcissists internally. They can't handle someone saying something like this to them. You don't know Excel. You will never, ever get past getting some offers in the mail. You don't unless you learn Excel, and they blow up. We all know people like this. blow their tops, destroys their ego, and then it's everybody else's fault. And you know, the first in line of fault is me, because I'm telling the truth. Well, you don't make this easy enough, Steve. This is hard. How would you expect me to get an offer campaign in the mail when you make it this hard? And you know what my reaction is to that? I just had it. It just crack up. Go out on YouTube. It's free. And learn Excel. All the smiling in the world can't make up for my crap right now, Jill.
No, it's okay.
Well, you've done it again. You spent another 15 or 20 minutes listening to the Land Academy show. Join us next time where we discuss the 3 moving parts of a successful business.
And we answer your questions posted on our online community, landinvestors.com. It's free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Whew.
How long have you been waiting for that?
I'm not joking around.
I know.
I go around. This is like when I sit down and write a book or write a blog or write anything. It all starts like this, and then I have to tone it all down. I'm constantly toning
That was
things
toned down?
No, that wasn't.
Oh, okay, thank you. I was just gonna say
that was not toned down.
That was not toned down.
Because we talked that the title is why the truth works. So and the numbers will come back on the show like 2 weeks from now, and I'll look at it. And I'll bet you the numbers will be up. Okay. If you've ever listened to AM radio or these huge talk shows, all those guys do is talk like I just did. They're disgusted. Absolutely disgusted with people's behavior. And I'm not sure they're wrong. We just have chosen, Jill and I, actively chosen not to have a show like that where we sit and rant and say awful stuff about people.
Until today.
One show out of 826 is not that bad.
Share the fun by hitting the subscribe button on YouTube to stay up to date on our podcast, or if you are new to our channel, like us and comment on what you would like to see in future shows. And if you're listening on YouTube, or on iTunes, please rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.